Ah, the good old days, a phrase often spoken with nostalgia. But were they really all that great? Some only fantasized about how great the good old days were. But that past also held segregation, gender inequality, and harsher living conditions. Prior to enacting child labor laws, American children and others worked long hours in factories and lost life and limb working at dangerous jobs. Before modern medicine, the average life expectancy was under 50 years. A broken leg could mean amputation. Childbirth was dangerous. Vaccines were limited. Today we live longer, healthier lives thanks to science and global cooperation. The good old days also meant harsh realities. During the Dust Bowl in the 1930s, American families lost homes, farms, and futures to drought and poverty. Millions were forced to migrate, living in tents or makeshift camps. In post-war Europe, food was rationed, cities were destroyed, and entire populations were displaced. In pre-reform China, famines and poverty were widespread. During the Soviet era, people stood in long lines for bread and were watched by secret police. And travel? Forget it. A flight across the world now costs far less than in the past as a portion of salary. In the past, travel was slow, expensive, and limited to the wealthy. Today, students study abroad, families visit relatives, and goods circle the globe. But somehow globalization is under fire. Critics blame it for factory closures, job losses, and rising inequality. They're not entirely wrong. Some communities were left behind. But that's only half of the story. Globalization also lifted over 1 billion people out of poverty. Nations like China, India, and Vietnam saw rising wages, education, and opportunity. And some of the leading entrepreneurs come from those countries. This contributed to more export opportunities as well. It's more than trade. It's cultural exchange, technology sharing, global cooperation. Your phone, your meals, your music, all touched by globalization. Let's not forget about medicine. Thanks to global research and development, we've seen cures for diseases, longer lifespans, and faster responses to pandemics. The world came together to fight COVID-19. That wasn't the good old days. That was today. But the backlash continues. Populist leaders blame foreign workers and integration. Oversimplified answers distract from deeper structural problems. The American MAGA movement, while it has drawn lots of attention, it has yet to produce any measurable greatness. In Romania, some who long for a return to the good old days nearly voted for an ultranationalist named George Simeon, who wants closer ties to Russia. But was Romania really better under Russian influence? That era brought censorship, economic stagnation, and fear. Let's not pretend otherwise. We've seen what happens when countries turn inward. The 1930s trade wars deepened the Great Depression and fractured peace. Isolation didn't make things better. It made them worse. Now we face global challenges, pandemics, climate change, and fragile supply chains. These problems don't respect borders. We need smarter globalization, not abandonment. A fairer version of capitalism for everyone. Greener policies to create new industries. Reskilling workers for tomorrow. Let's stop romanticizing a past that wasn't great for everyone. We can build a better future by remembering what is working well today. The good old days weren't always good. But the future? That's still up to us. Let's build it together.